Hi, good afternoon. My name is Teddy Lowe, and I'm a designer and a contemporary artist that has been using LED technology, lighting technology, for the past decade. And also I have a design studio, LED artist, which besides contemporary artworks, we do a lot of architectural and entertainment lighting with this technology. So today I want to talk to you about a technology that is a paradigm, a new paradigm, and also is changing and is helping saving the world. So this technology is called light emitting diode, LED, right? So does every one of you know what the LED is? Have you guys all seen one? Put up your hand, please. LEDs. Yes, that's great. So, all right, so, okay, and so I guess we can start to learn how innovative this technology is and also how we can help save the world. First, I would love to show you some photos that I've got. These are from NASA. These are night view pictures of Dubai. And this is Europe. And Las Vegas, you can see all these bright lights, all this, show lighting, searchlight, laser, and whatnot. This is Tianjin and Beijing. And this is Middle East. So as you can see, basically human beings, ever since we created fire, we continue and we keep developing and inventing new lighting technologies so that we can prolong our nocturnal life. Before that, before the fire, pretty much when the sunset, everything, there's no activity at all. Only they can see a little bit from the moonlight, but then there's no activity. So now we're blessed with all this lighting technology, but then the fact is, lighting actually uses let's say 20% of the world's electrical energy each year. So it's a godsend for us, for us in the technology and design field. Finally found something like LEDs that can save a lot of energy. Let's say 40 to 60% of from the past technology per se. And oh yeah, this is Hong Kong. Hong Kong is very well known of these Guinness Book of Record, the longest running light show. And the Victoria Harbour is very vibrant. But then I would like to help as a responsible designer help minimize all these energy wastage as well. So I would like to start with the origin and the capabilities of LEDs. So this is the collage I work with a New York artist called Simon Grandini. We create a series and for the topics of today. And this is the timeline of the invention of LED. So basically, LED was invented about 100 years ago, right? 1927. First discover, invisible one, then it's keep developing, people keep innovating, and then around 1963, they finally developed a red one. So the red one you see at the VCR, at the clock, all this indicator. So that was after 35, 40 years. And then people keep developing in the 60s, 70s, the blue one, yellow ones, amber ones start coming out. So there are a lot of different colors of indicators and things you start to see. But then only until 1993, a Japanese scientist, Sujin Nakamura, finally developed a blue one. And then it changes, it's a game changer. Why is that? Because in lighting, everything that we see from an eye or electrical lights, primary colors are red, green, and blue. So it's different from paint. So once we have the blue one, we can create the full spectrum. We can create videos. We can create even white light, which you can see later. And then in the 2000s, people keep pushing the efficiency and the power of LED, keep developing so that it's brighter, it's cheaper. So in the soon future, everyone will be able to afford it. All right, so what is so special about these lights that can really save the world? I always say it saves the world economically, environmentally, and also aesthetically. So this is a chart of an electromagnetic spectrum. So this is pretty much everything we have, all the way from gamma rays to radio, the long wave radio frequency. So everything people can see is only in the color spectrum right here, the visible spectrum, which is very small within the wide spectrum. And so LEDs is able to create every single color. And also LEDs is able to create the near visible spectrum, which is ultraviolet, UV lights, and also infrared. It's a bit invisible, but then people can use it for different usage. The next thing is with LED, we have a new white and color reality, because you can see later the white is much more vibrant, and the color we can control it you could never done it before with technology that can create 16 million colors. In some application, you can create 4.4 trillion colors with LEDs. So why is this so important to push the revolution of LEDs? Because one of the things is, if you look at, this is called efficacy, which is efficiency of a light. So how efficient it is, so LED is the outer ring, and you can see all this inside, from the light bulb from Edison, compact fluorescent, and all the old technology. LED is surpassed by a lot. So basically, this is going to be the future. If you want to save the environment, this is the only technology there is that people should use. And also, the technology is allowed, this is called color temperature. And so LED is allowed to recreate all the color temperature that traditional lighting technology has provided. And also, this is the last thing, the last technical thing, hopefully. This is called color rendering. Why is it so important? Because color rendering means how realistic something is under sunlight. If you have a rating of 100 points, that means you have something that looks just like under sunlight. Everything is normal, a very saturated color. And LED can do just that. So with all these advantages, you can see that all the governments, Hong Kong government headquarters, US, the Pentagon, in London, the Buckingham Palace, they're all starting to switch to LEDs already. So, and all this infrastructure in the city, the first thing you can tell is from years ago, all the traffic light is already converted. Because this is something is on 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And the technology is so promising, all the cities converting into that. And now all these big gas stations, McDonald's, big chains, Starbucks, all change into it, because this is one technology that will save them energy costs, which means saves them money. And then starting to have these residential clients that is interested to try LED technology in their home projects, in these room settings, and architects embracing it because it's got a lot of colors, it's responsive, and they can do, and because it's a solid state light, it's very compact, they can put it basically in any form for illumination. They can have this kind of a lighting design like this with ease, which before is not quite possible. And this is a famous building in Spain, in Madrid. This is the kind of color facade that is a trend going on in the world right now. This is very popular because this is one of the things property owners like to do when they can create a very mesmerizing lighting design for their property. Their value goes up naturally. So many buildings are doing that. And you can really tell from looking at the buildings in the Victoria Harbour. So with all these color that we have, we can, some scientists start building using these colors, making small pixels. So with small pixels, when you have a lot of them, you have a matrix, that's a big TV screen, pretty much. So now we have a new visual culture, in our reality. So here's the chart where you can see the basic color. If you mix them all together, there's a white. So basically, you have a TV screen. So you start to see this kind of big video projects. This is at Wayne Hotel in Macau with Lighthouse Technology. It's a big video screen with a mechanical roof, which is a nightly show that goes on once every hour. You see this is a Joint Merit, a network project. And this kind of LED screen, you see them everywhere, every city. You go to Times Square, there are thousands of them. So advertisers, brand owners have a new avenue to promote their brands, government messages, advertising, and so forth, graphical expression, which is basically a norm in every metropolitan areas now. And then with video technology and advance in these fixture designs and industrial design, we can start, this is one of our new project, we start to create this kind of installation for architecture. So these things are called a media facade. So media facade is you treat a building facade as a media service. Once you install this, then according to the owner, this is a government building, so they can have their government messages and also their brand project onto it. And this is another example from EQ, which is a F1 racetrack. And LED, this is very interesting because LED is a semiconductor technology, so that basically you can connect it with any computer system, sensors, internet, networks, so that we do a lot of projects because we think just projecting something in pink or yellow and green is very primitive. We'd rather to start seeing color patterns or words that comes out that actually mean something, that actually is responsive to our environment or with the user, that comes with interact with the piece. So you can have some example from this is a very close artist group, United Visual Artists from the UK. This is a piece called a volume. So this is one of the very first installation where when the group of people walks towards the installation, the video pattern and the sound actually responsive to these groups of viewers. And this is Burning Moon, a project of us last year, and we create a original score, and all these linear strips, all these wall washer, all these dot pixels all interact based on the sound, the bass, and the melody of our score, and all the color lighting was directed by us and the architect for the project. And this is an interesting one in Los Angeles. This is inside a residential building. And so the people inside the building, the visitor, they can step on this pressure sensor pad. They can create a pattern. And then what happened? The front facade has the same grid that actually project the same pattern. So the visitor control what's going on at the outside of the facade. So with the LED technology, it allow us to have more control on the color spectrum, to have more control on the design of the fixtures. So the more we understand the spectrum, we understand the power that it has. So that's why, for example, this kind of installation, I'm sure Hong Kong has a lot. There are a lot in, for example, Causeway Bay. People would just put a floodlight or a wall washer in front of advertising board, like not worrying about all the tenants around or like the street down there, or like even looking straight at the shop. So this is the kind of, this is called disability glare. This is the kind of thing that with LED, with the the industrial design and also with the lighting design is something that we can really minimize with the technology. And also this is like a difference of driving service. Older technology, newer one. We choose a better color rendering, and this will be at least 60% more efficient in energy. We save a lot more money for the city, and it's a lot more safer, it's brighter, and for the driver, is a much more pleasing experience. And then, so this is very special. This is basically a kind of like a quantum leap, a big innovation from using LEDs or illumination for something else, for much grander purpose. So these scientists actually been studying using different spectrum and color to affect the growth of plants. So I did an experiment myself too. You know, a different color make the plant looks fatter, greener, and it grows double the speed. So these guys, if they're a success, they can really solve another biggest problem in the world, which is world hunger. Because these plants will be working like a big factory, 24 hours, 7 days a week, nonstop, day and night, you know, keep growing. Anyone seen this around? Yeah, so this is something, people buy this and use special spectrum to get their skin firmer, get rid of the marks, and, you know, and for a more extreme case, military use this with a specific spectrum, they can heal the wound much faster. And this is my friend. Very cool use of LED is uses different crystal and diamonds with a different spectrum of LED. Actually, cure people with their chakras and energy balances. And this is gonna go real fast. Running out of time. So for artists, this is like a brand new LEDs is a brand new palette for everyone. So these are Engelmauer or Erwin Randall installation. Some of my projects, you know, my performance arts and this inflatable design is only possible with LEDs, you know. And so with all this fascinating advantages, I would like to really invite you guys to join the revolution. And this is the easiest thing you can do to save the world. Just use the LED, you know. Just buy a light bulb and switch it, and that's it. And so really, so like I suggest everyone should strive on innovation and creativity to the unseen and imaginative future. And last thing is, so Einstein once said, for those who have the privilege to know, has the obligation to act. So, thank you.